What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the boat build. We have finally made it up in the world. Literally, we got sawhorses for the first time. And yeah, we have made it off the ground. If you haven't been keeping up with the series, be sure to check the description below. This is the third part of my boat building series. We're trying to turn a John boat into a bass boat. But anyways, let me just fill you in. Last week we left off on priming the boat. If you look here at the bottom, you can see all along this, and the very underside is all primed. And now we're going to do this little layer right there, as well as the rim of the boat, and then the middle hole of the boat right in there. We're not going to do the front, and we're not going to do the very back because it's going to be decked over. So yeah, it's just another day, priming day. Let's get to it. Well, boys, it's a little ugly at the moment, but you just have to trust the process. We are done with the priming. So basically, like I said, I ended up finishing the outside, and I did the parts of the inside that are going to be shown. So I went around the rim right here, and I got the middle. It's a little ugly, not the prettiest job in the world, but it's just primer. It's not actual paint. I'll have to lock in a little bit more on the paint. But yeah, guys, the next time you see me will be probably tomorrow whenever I start the official paint job of this boat. I could not be more excited, guys. It's coming along nicely. So stay tuned, and we will be back tomorrow. Boys, we are back. I don't even know what day it is of the boat project. I mean, I've been out here so many days in a row, but it's an exciting day. It is paint day. As you can see, boat is here. It's all primed up. Today we are adding this Rust-Oleum black gloss paint to the bottom. Now, this paint does say it's for above the waterline only, but I was not about to pay like $100 for bottom boat paint. We're going cheap. We're going with this. We have 2 cans of this. I'm probably just going to do 1 coat right now because it is almost sunset. Not really ideal time to paint, but yeah, let's get this 1 coat on there. Let's get it, boys. And we're back. I actually didn't end up filming yesterday. It got dark really quick and I was just focused on getting it done. But here's what we were working with. As you can see, majority of the boat is painted, not the outer rim, because that's gonna be painted white. But I did run out of paint over here. Didn't quite make it on 1 can of paint. So we're gonna start off by painting this, and then we're gonna go around and add a second layer over the rest of the boat and kind of touch up everything, make it look as good as I can. That's the plan for tonight. Let's get it. All right, and that is a wrap for today. I think it's looking pretty sweet. I've went over it several times. I think I got all the little spots where I missed at, and I think she is covered good. So tomorrow we're gonna flip this thing over and paint the inside. I saved a little bit of black paint just in case I need to do some final touch-ups. But yeah, that right there is tape, so I'm gonna peel that off, and that's where the white is gonna start. I'm pretty happy with the results so far, but yeah, I will just be back tomorrow, and we're gonna continue working on this thing. We're getting very close to starting the deck, so that is exciting. Oh baby, this joker is looking good. It's actually rained a ton today, and I was worried that that was gonna affect the paint, but evidently the paint dried in time, and it is just looking clean. The black gloss finish is so shiny, yet just like clean. I feel like it's the best word to describe it. Other than the little pieces of Flex Seal that you can see sticking up, this is almost a perfect boat. Now, I do have to go around and peel this tape off. That's what I'm about to do now, and then we're gonna put some white paint on. I believe I've pretty much hit every spot. I have a little bit of paint that I can touch up, but for the most part, this boat is perfect. So right now, I'm just gonna actually take this tape off the bottom, see what that looks like. Hopefully it doesn't rip off the primer, and then we're gonna flip this boat over and paint the inside. So it's all coming together. The rain didn't do too much damage, so that is in my eye. All right, let's get to work. All right, boys, and just like that, we are done for the day. This was by far the most tedious work I've done so far. Just trying to get like up in all these little cracks, like all in there, and then like around the edge right here was brutal. Now it looks a little ugly, especially like how we have paint here and then none there, and then like paint splattered a little bit. Have a little bit here and there, but don't even worry, guys. Just trust the process, because none of that will be seen. There's going to be a deck right here, and yeah, I think it's going to turn out really nice. I do need to go back over this paint a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, it doesn't look the best yet, and I am going to just kind of touch it up tomorrow. Got some tape that I got to take off. But yeah, I'm going to touch this up tomorrow. Maybe come back and touch up the black a little bit if it needs it. But this is kind of what the boat looks like. Obviously it's white on the inside. I'm trying to get past all this boring painting so we can get to the good stuff. So yeah, I will probably just see you whenever the painting is completely done tomorrow. Guys, we are back. It's been a few days since I filmed, probably 3 or 4 days. But if you look over right there, I got some plywood, baby. But not only that, check out this behind me. Got 2x4s. So today what I'm going to be doing is cutting the 2x4s. I already have them measured exactly how I want. I'm not going to show you all the measurements and everything just because I don't want it to be boring. But we are about to do some cutting. Let's get into it. This is a big step, guys, and I've never used a saw before, so hopefully it goes good. Well, boys, I don't know what you see whenever you look behind me, but to me, that looks like a boat deck. I already have everything written out how I want it. You'll see it very, very soon. But yeah, the cuts are made. We have screws and we have the plywood over there, so it's time to make a bass boat deck. Well, boys, I gotta say, last night got a little carried away. I wasn't planning on doing it, but we stinking finished the front deck frame. So let me walk you through it real quick. So we got 42 inches in the back, 31 in the front. We also had to taper them like this, that way they fit in the boat perfectly. So right here we have 12.5 inch by 20 inch hatches. It's going to be able to open right here and open right here. That is going to be for storage. This is going to be covered up right here, and then this is where my foot pedal for the trolling motor is going to go. It's going to go down, like the trolling motor is going to sit down here instead of being flush with the top. That way I'm not holding my foot up all the time. This will be covered up, this will be covered up, and yeah, that is the frame. So the boat is going to go right along the edge right there. The plywood is going to go right along that edge. So now, as you can see, it's the next day and we got this plywood all measured up. We're going to be cutting 42 inches down and we're going to go all the way across, and it's 83 inches that way. Now I'm not going to make the exact shape of the boat today. I don't have that much time and I want to make sure I get that exact. But yeah, we're making a couple cuts. Let's get to it. Boys, I don't know if you can tell, but we have it a good bit smaller now. This is the main size of the deck. We just have to taper it down to where it actually looks like the front of my boat. This here's what I cut off, all of that, and then as you can see behind me, we got the frame. So yeah, that's it for right now. We'll pick back up either later today or tomorrow. Well, boys, that took a little longer than I wanted to, but today I have the deck in the boat, guys. I also put that piece of wood for the trolling motor to sit on in earlier today. You guys saw that too, but yeah, the main thing is we got the deck in. Let's stand on it. Let's check out the stability of it. Oh, baby. I could jump on this thing. This ain't going nowhere. Now that it's actually in the boat, you can kind of tell what it's like a little bit more. So right here is going to be a hatch, right here is going to be a hatch. This is going to be completely covered. I'm probably going to be standing right around here whenever I'm fishing. That is where the trolling motor is going to sit. So I'll be able to stand right here, put my foot on the trolling motor, and then the actual motor itself will just sit along the edge right here. Yeah, man, that is crazy. I have a couple more things I want to do today, but that is the gist That was the biggest thing that I wanted to get done, so I'm happy. Alright guys, so I would really like to get the shape of my piece of plywood carved out. I have a rough estimate of how wide I need it to be. Like, I know it needs to be 42 inches at the bottom and 26 at the front, but I don't have the exact measurements. So I have brought something to help me. I brought this cardboard. I'm gonna try to make a mold, kind of like a stencil for the plywood. I don't know how tricky this is gonna be, but we're gonna try to hit it. Alright boys, it's a little while later. I actually went home, ate some supper, had a little break. But as you can see now, we somewhat have this piece of cardboard shaped into my boat, and it really brings the boat together and makes it look kind of like a deck. Now this isn't perfect, so what I think I'm going to do is kind of like go every few inches down, measure the width just so I have the exact marks. That way whenever I trace this onto the piece of plywood, I can check with those marks to make sure that I'm on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cut tonight. We're running out of daylight. I'm just gonna kind of see how I feel. But yeah, I think we're about to head back to my plywood now and maybe trace up a little deck. So we'll see how that goes. Well boys, it's dark outside. As you can see, it's pitch black, but I got a little carried away today and I don't know what got into me, but we have cut out the stinking plywood, baby. Now, I probably could have used a little bit of help, done it during the daytime. It would have turned out a little bit better. It's a little bit ugly on the side there, but it's not terrible, dude. I'm honestly happy with it. Very, very sturdy. It's pretty snug everywhere other than right there on the side where it's a little bit botched. And I don't even know how that happened, but yeah, I'm done for the day. I gotta call it a night. It's like 9 o'clock, and I will just pick back up tomorrow or the next day. Guys, it's the next day. I'm not sure how much I ended up filming, but we have been at work back here. And as you can see, we have the back deck. I actually had to do a little bit of measuring. It was a little funky, but as you can see, also, these are 2x2s. I actually took my 2x4s, cut them in half to make 2x2s. Now, the reason I did this is my battery will be sitting right here for the back trolling motor. And if I didn't have like a little bit of raise up, the battery would not fit. So that is one reason for it. But also, I didn't want to have a full 2x4 because that would take up so much room, whether that's a 2x4 like this or like this. Either way, it would take up a lot of that room. So this little area is going to be a hatch. This little area is going to be a hatch. And then that will be a hatch where the battery will go. And then I'm just going to leave this open for attaching the motor. Guys, I'm so happy with how this turned out. I really didn't even film any of it, I think. I was just like cutting and screwing stuff in. But yeah, this back deck will be raised up, you know, 1.5 inches higher than the front deck, but I don't think that's a problem at all. I'll stand on it for you guys real quick. Don't know how many people are going to be fishing back here, but it will hold you if you are back here. Anyways, guys, we're extremely close to carpeting and laying this plywood down, and then after that, we just got motors and, you know, we're done. The build is going great so far. Appreciate you guys' support on the first one, and I'm assuming I got good support on this video as well. But yeah, this is where I'm ending part 2 of the John Boat build. I'm stoked with how it is looking right now, and yeah, I'm just excited for the future. So stick around, stay tuned, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. Other than that, I will see y'all in the next one.